miracles. He does repeat performances. If I heal you yesterday, I'll heal you today. If I bless you last time, I'll bless you again. If I brought you out before, I'll bring you out right now. I am the Lord thy God. Oh, y'all better come get me. I feel change not. I'm your God. I'm your God. If I heal her, I'll heal you too. If I blessed him, I'll bless you too. I'm your God. Honey, the Bible said there is no variableness in him, nor shadow of turning. The God who can do anything does not change. The only time, listen y'all, the only time, the only thing he said that he couldn't do was work in an atmosphere with a flawed perception. Why are we not teaching this more? The Bible said he could do no great works in that city because of their unbelief. The God who can do anything says there's one thing I can't do. I cannot work in an atmosphere where I am not perceived correctly. Now listen, stand to your feet. If God is in your life, if God is in your life, like you say he is, and you have been praying in alignment with his word, and it is not working, could it be possible that you have an outdated perception? See, it wasn't that they didn't know him. It wasn't that they did not know him. This is why this must be preached to the church. It was not that they didn't know him. It was that they had become familiar with him. I tell pastors all the time, to say yes to pastoring is to say yes to loneliness. Because if you try to become common with the people you lead, you lose your leverage to minister to them, because once people get common with you, you can do no mighty works amongst them because they have the sin of familiarity. Anytime people got familiar with Jesus, they missed it. They knew him, but they saw him as a kid. Is your vision of God dwarfed? Is the God you pray to and sing to and come out and worship to, is your picture of him a kiddish picture of a full-grown God? Is your perception based on your mama and your grandmama and the old church you came from? Has it shaped the way you think about God? That's too loud. There's too much noise. All they want is money over there. Are you getting signals from a flawed perception of a limited people who thinks in limits about a limitless God? Everything's too much. Everything's too loud. Do you see this as an opportunity or an inconvenience? Because the day you see it as an inconvenience, you lose the opportunity. If my coming to you is an inconvenience, then you lose the opportunity. Because if I come to see you, and the day I come to see you, and you say, Lord, I don't have time here, you come over here today, I can do no mighty works. Not because you don't know me, but because you don't appreciate me. Now, these are the takeaways. This is the hope. One is that you appreciate the opportunities that are passing by. Your opportunity has an expiration date. It passes by. It doesn't hang around. He left. Oh, they got a little something out of it. A few people got healed. A few head colds, a little nasal congestion. That was nice. But there were people who died. There were lepers who fell apart. There were diseases that took over that could have been better if they had valued the opportunity. Let me tell you how sensitive God is. He says, when you come in the door, enter into the gates with thanksgiving. He said, come into my courts with praise. Be thankful unto me and bless my name. If you will do those things, I will open up the windows of heaven, pour out blessings upon you in your life. He says, but I cannot work in a room full of low expectations. I cannot teach people that are not hungry. I cannot beg people to come and revive them. He says, he that hungers and thirsts shall be filled. It's amazing to me that God is my furnace, but my attitude is his thermostat. Oh. Now, the thermostat does not diminish the power of the furnace. If it's 480 BTUs, it's still going to be 480 BTUs whether you turn it up or not. But it does diminish the furnace's ability to affect the room, because the person who had their hand on it never turned it up to its fullest potential. I'm telling you today, you have your hand on the thermostat. And you will get no more than you think. How do you perceive this moment to be? How do you perceive? I'll say this and I'll close. I've been teaching little small workshops for pastors and leadership groups. I went to one city. It was a little registration. Several pastors said, oh no, it's a recession. We can't give a registration. There were no great works that could be done in that city because they didn't value the opportunity. The next place, all the pastors who came from New Zealand, Australia, around the world. The pastor and his wife said, I paid $15,000 apiece for my wife and I's ticket to come hear you teach. The power of God fell so strong. People were laying up under chairs, collapsed, weeping in the floor, healed of afflictions and set free. You know why? They valued the opportunity. When people value the opportunity, they get it all. I'm telling you what I know. Now you can try this for yourself. If we have an event, a dinner, and have you sign up for it, and it's free, you will have come, or come late, or I got busy, or I forgot the date. Same dinner, same place, charge a ticket fee. It can be a small amount. If people put their money in it, I don't care if the child got the mumps. Be healed, child. We got to go to this dinner. Be healed. We got to go. Take care of them. Call me if you have a problem. Text me. I'll be back. You know why? They value the opportunity. Where there is no value, there are no results. If last Sunday, I think I've got my Sundays mixed up. Fifth Sunday, we had a youth service. Traditionally, now this is going to really bother you. I'm going to lose them again. Traditionally, if we do anything for our youth, I'm really going to say something. I got to say this. In churches that are predominantly African American, if you have anything and say it's for young people, your crowd will be half. Caucasian churches are just the opposite. If they say it's for the kids, you can't get in the building. If they have Winnie the Pooh, all the white folks is lined up with kids in all their arms to bring them to Winnie the Pooh. When you see your children's stuff as an inconvenience, you get kids on drugs, drive-by shootings, kids that can't read, people that can't speak, because you don't value the opportunity to pour into your kids. That's why they end up in jail. And you don't want the pastor to deal with it until they're on the way to the court. And then you want me to go down there and lie to the judge. I should tell the judge the joker's in trouble because his mama never supported nothing. She wouldn't drive him to church. She wouldn't come to the PTA meeting. His daddy wasn't there for him. They never came through. They never came a fifth Sunday in their life. They rested them Sunday, and now he's on crack. And now he's in jail because anything you don't value, anything you don't value. I know it's hard. Take a deep breath. Take a swallow. Take a swallow. But I got to tell you the truth. I hated that they told you it was a youth service, because I already knew that the moment you say it's for young people, we would have 50% of the crowd, and that's exactly what we did. And yet people were emailing us from all over the world, weeping about the youth service and how it helped them immensely. They got something from it because they valued it. All right, I've talked long enough, I've preached long enough. I'm not going to close it. I'm not going to shout it. I'm not going to put no ice cream on it. I'm not going to put no Cool Whip on it. I'm not even going to give you a glass of Kool-Aid. I'm going to give you a straight shot, no chaser. Didn't know I could talk like that, did you? Praise the Lord. Yeah, just down it, you know. Lord, speak in this house and let us hear. Somebody needs to hear that they are not valuing the opportunity before them. And somebody else needs to hear that they're not valuing your presence, that their perception of themselves is altered, or their perception of you is altered, that they have called ordinary a moment that you have called divine.